Hi everybody, it's Dandruff with your news Cartridge for Tuesday, October 31st, 2017. Happy Halloween, everyone! I'm not sure if you can tell I'm wearing a costume, but I assure you, I am. Today's a little bit different because we're only touching on a few major topics, but if you would like more news, there's links in the description down below. And the first thing I want to cover today is PUBG, which finally has its release date finalized for both PC and Xbox One, along with the pricing information, and the first good news is that the price will not deviate from the current $30 US or your regional equivalent. Other good news is that the faulting mechanic will release with version 1.0 on December 12th. However, one thing to note is that the new desert map will release to PC first and then Xbox at a later date, though I wouldn't expect it to take much time. Here's one the Witcher fans are going to love, a 3.5-hour musical production of The Witcher starring the one and only Geralt of Rivia. This has absolutely nothing to do with CD Projekt Red, but if you're in Poland and you want to see the show, there's more details in the links in the description down below. EA has made some more statements about their intention of changing the loot box progression system for Star Wars Battlefront 2, and are unsurprisingly being very specific. Let's face it, they know the word was out that the beta looked pay to win and would draw in less customers. They've removed epic cards from crates altogether, and you can now unlock class-specific cards simply by playing that class. You know, how progression systems are supposed to work! And that brings us to our final topic today, which is a survey of developers on Steam done by Lars Dowsett of Gamasutra. A total of 230 developers participated, and some of the results are what you would expect, but others are very surprising, and give insight as to how Valve's operations work, and how they treat the people who create the games they sell. I'm going to pick out a few different questions that are notable themselves or have notable statistics, starting with ones that you could believe to be common sense, leading to those that will hopefully leave you with the same questions that I have. Also, not every developer answered every single question, so that would account for the fluctuation in some numbers. 160 out of 221 devs believe the upcoming games list is useless or becoming useless, which is the result of shovelware and asset flips crowding the lists. One developer responding with, "I would like better curation to prevent shovelware to flood the store." 147 out of 222 devs say that Steam needs a better way to deal with toxic users in the community section. One commenting, "Actually, I don't want a Steam forum at all. Mine are completely toxic, alienating to any player that looks at them. I do not have the resources available to moderate them," and then suggests that they would be happier if they were rid of their Steam forum altogether or restricting usage to just owners of the game. I do agree with him on the first part of being able to opt out of a Steam forum completely, but I'm not okay with restricting it to only those who own the game. If you can't talk to the community and get a suggestion, then it's arguably doing harm to potential customers. And the internet is a big place. They'd be able to find another community with the resources to manage it properly and not put the burden on the creators. Moving on, 87 out of 220 devs say that they want the ability to set their own time for refund threshold instead of Valve's time, which is either 2 hours of gameplay or 14 days owned. One developer said in response, custom time to refund thresholds would have to be within limits and approved by Valve to prevent scamming customers. This is one that I find surprising, and I do agree that Valve would have to approve it if you want to lower the time to refund a game. 150 out of 219 devs say that they want to be able to target the discovery algorithm specifically for their game. I completely understand this one, and I'm a little alarmed by the number. Most developers feel as though the algorithms are not working in their favor, so then what the fuck is Valve doing? Though one developer says giving developers the ability to target discovery algorithms would only lead to gaming the system, and they're completely right. That's what the fuck Valve is doing. So while most devs want it, it's only going to lead to abuse, and considering the things we've seen from Steam over the past year alone, there is no doubt in my mind that this would make it worse. 64 out of 218 developers support giving curators a cut for games purchased from their pages. One developer who was opposed to this said, "Before giving them a cut, there should be a clearer path of communication between developers and curators, so that way we don't get spammed by dozens of curators claiming to be who they are without any kind of verification." 32% do not believe that Valve earned their cut between 2016 and 2017. They had a lot to say about this too. One dev stating two options for a platform. 1. Help us sell our game. You are a publisher, whether you like it or not. Or 2. Get out of the way and connect us with our customers and let us own that relationship. And all the revenue, of course. There is a third option, which is to grow fat on unearned rents, and that does work for a little while, but it's unstable. And another developer stating, getting Valve's revenue share percentage for now providing no market support is not fair. And this is the one that's most surprising of all. It's really hard to believe that 1/3 of developers do not think that Valve is pulling their fair share. And from somebody who's on the outside looking in, I completely agree. Valve is a publisher whether they like it or not, and they have a responsibility to their developers. They should take the money they make and provide better tools and support, or they should take less because they're only providing a storefront platform. There are a lot more questions asked, and I'm going to go over a couple more in the end card, but if you want to read them all, there's a link to them in the description down below. I know this is a lot to take in, but how do you feel about these stats? Let me know in the comment section down below. Happy Halloween, and get ready to have a bunch of games read to you by a man in a hot dog suit. It's tomorrow's game releases. For PC, Embers of War, A Tale of Two Kingdoms, Little Busters, English Edition, Medieval Mayhem, Apocalypse the Game, Realm Quest, Enceladus, Merv Reborn, Wanderlust, Imperil, Diana Moto, Heavy Destinies, and Tale of Toast. Thank you very much, everybody. This has been News Cartridge. I am Dandruff in a hot dog suit, and I will see you tomorrow. And I auditioned for a musical about the periodic table. I got the lead role. Okay, I did it, and I was not able to get the show done any quicker than what I normally do, or at least I wasn't able to record it any faster than what I normally do. But here I am, my Halloween costume. I'm actually really happy with it. It wasn't that expensive, and it kind of suits me, don't you think? Yay, I'm a hot dog. I'm a hot dog covered in mustard. Yay. This thing is really hot, very hot, and itchy. So itchy. Yeah, we're gonna be going trick-or-treating later tonight with the little one. She is a forest princess or something, a fairy forest princess. It's got wings, and she wanted it because it has wings on it, and I know she wanted it because it's got wings on it. But whatever, she can be what she wants for Halloween. I'm not gonna tell her what she wants. We took her to the store, and we're like, do you want this one? Do you want to be a princess? Do you want to be a fairy thing? Do you want to be a genie? Do you want all these other things she wanted? You know, she actually picked out a cowgirl at one point, but then she settled on the forest princess thing. She looks adorable in it. Yeah, I don't want to do pictures, obviously, because it's my kid. But I'll pictures of me. I can get some pictures of me in this hot dog suit, and I have crap in my eye. Yay! Crap in my eye the whole episode. Oh boy. Today's been a better day than yesterday. Like somebody said yesterday, one of the saddest phrases in the English language. They gave away my food. like they gave away my food. That is a sad word. That is a sad phrase. I mean, that's just like, oh, but you're hungry. Like everybody understands being hungry. I feel like I wish this hot dog had broader shoulders. I feel like it makes my already not broad shoulders look even less broad. Yeah, I've got a huge neck. That's what I feel like I've got. This just I'm gonna go eat some ketchup. I mean, I don't just eat ketchup. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm in a hot. I don't know where this joke is going. So yeah. Oh, Steam stuff. I forgot about this. That's right. We're going over this. So yeah, a couple more things from the survey that were notable that I didn't have time for today that I think were kind of interesting. 49 out of 115 want the configurator for the Steam controller API to be open source. It's not open source. So what that would mean though is that if it did go open source, Valve literally couldn't make any more money from it because it would be public domain. But it would have immaculate function. It would be really, really good. People would probably put more functionality into it that Valve had never even considered before. Things that maybe would be a little bit odd with it. So, who knows? Because like, what if you could use your Steam controller to like control a drone? You know, and you use the Steam API to change everything about it to control a quadcopter. That'd be pretty damn cool, don't you think? 47 out of 117 want keyboard and mouse support in the configurator. Okay, so there's no keyboard and mouse support in the configurator. That's odd. 68 out of 120 want controller demographics on the hardware survey. So they want to know what kind of developers want to know what kind of controller you're using. That's good. I use a DualShock 4. A lot of people want to use the 360 or the Xbox One controller, and that's fine. That's fine if you want to use that. It's fine if I want to use a DualShock 4. You want to use a generic Logitech controller, generic Mad Catz controller. That's the one you like. Go for it. They just want to be able to support that controller specifically. 26 out of 107, so not that many, want third-party mod sites in the workshop interface. 66 are indifferent, 15 are against. So most developers just don't really know about this. And I think this would be a good thing that for Steam Workshop support, oh, you want this mod? Well, you got to go get it on Curse. It's over there. And there's just a link to it through the Steam Workshop over to Curse, over to Nexus. I think that would be good. Uh-oh. Oh, crap. Okay, well, battery. We just lost the battery on that. So, hi, other camera. Yeah, so that's what we're doing. Let's see. Yeah, the battery died. It's not even heat. The battery died. I knew it was going to go at some point. So we got time now. 46 out of 115 want to be able to set discounts on market items. 79 out of 216 want a pre-early access where devs can release keys in waves before launching early access. So they want to be able to put keys out before they sell it to anybody in early access saying, is this ready for early access? I think that's a great idea. Factorio kind of did that for themselves. The people who did the Factorio were like, we're not going to even be on Steam. We're not even going to be in it because we know we're going to be in early access, and we're not even going to go anywhere near that because we know what the reputation early access has. So we're going to go to it when we have a good game. And that's what they did is they ended up selling their game on their own before they got to Steam. When it came to Steam, they had raving reviews. That game has has always had above 90% rating. Because of it, so this would be a really, really good thing. 127 out of 215, so about half, want Valve to provide clearer support. No shit. 170 out of 221 want a unified landing page for all their games. Yeah, uniformity would be great. Consistency is amazing. You wouldn't believe how great consistency is. So if there's not a unified landing page, what the fuck, Valve? Yeah, get on that. 134 out of 210, I believe it's supposed to be 210. I think it's missing a 0. It just says 21. Believe hours played is not a measurement of quality. And no, it's not. There are people who spend thousands of hours in terrible games that nobody plays. But that's the game they like. That's the game they have fun with. More power to them. Who cares? So, yeah, really, hours played is not a good judgment of things. I do agree with them there. 180 out of 219 support removing the ability for users to delete developer comments on reviews. Now, this one had me a little confused, because I was like, wait a minute. I was asking Whiskers, wait a minute. Users can delete developer comments? Yeah. Users can delete developer comments if that developer leaves a comment on that user's review. So this is not fair. This is not fair at all. The reviewer can leave a review saying whatever they want, but if the developer responds, that person has the right to remove the developer's comments. What if the developer is trying to issue or trying to address the concerns from that that review? What if that review is like a year old and it's like, yes, this guy was right a year ago, but now everything in this review has been taken care of, and that guy just keeps deleting that comment, removes the developer's right to have a rebuttal. No. I don't agree with that at all. I believe everybody should just be able to say anything they want, minus hate speech and threats and all that bullshit. You're not in freedom of speech when we start entering threats of violence. Hate speech, while I do believe is protected speech, because that's, I think, an American value. I know Canadians don't believe free speech or hate speech is considered free speech. We can get into that in a whole other thing, but I believe hate speech, you have the right to be an idiot and say your hateful things. I don't believe you should be punished for that. But everybody should just have the right to say what they want, with a couple of restrictions of, you should be able to call the developer a fucking moron. You should be able to call the developer a fucking moron. This game is terrible. This game is trash. You should be able to say all of that, and the developer should have the right to respond. And you shouldn't be able to have the last word. Nobody has the right to the last word, ever. Okay? Nobody does. You hope you can get the last word. Sometimes, though, and I've learned this myself, it's not worth getting the last word. I'm going to keep I'm perpetuating this, and, you know, it's not going to go to a place where I want if I keep trying to get the last word. It doesn't usually work out. So there is none of that. I think everybody should be able to talk on Steam forums. Other than that, happy Halloween, everybody. I know it's really kind of an urban myth, but make sure if you're a kid, make sure your parents check out your candy before you eat it. If you're a parent, check out your kids' candy before they eat it. I know it's an urban myth. I know. All I'm saying is it's better to be safe than sorry. If anybody doesn't know what I'm talking about, there have been stories about razor blades in apples and razor blades in candy and drugged candy and all this stuff. And there have been only a few cases to have that happen, and every single time it was somebody who knew the family. It wasn't somebody just randomly giving out poison. So that's to my knowledge. Somebody wants to correct me on that, please give me links in the description down below, or links in the comment section. Like I will approve all links to anything, any source materials like that. I do notice I get a couple people leaving links, and it gets the Autobot automatically gets those. I'm always checking those to make sure that, like, oh no, that's okay. That's a legitimate website. He was trying to show something. Yeah, no, that's fine. If you do have a link and it's really suspicious, I'm probably not gonna get it. I had one that said, like, sell 22 more here. Sell 22 more what? I ain't clicking that fucking link. Nuh-uh. So, alright, I'm done for today. I'm gonna go get out of this freaking hot costume. This costume is extremely hot. Bye, everybody. Social media links are over here. We got your Twitch, we got your Twitter, we got your Facebook, we got your Patreon. I love Patreon because there's money. Lots of money. And I love you. By the way, if you haven't gotten your Patreon rewards for this month, please let me know as soon as possible so I can take care of that. Please, please, please let me know. It's about to charge. It should kick over tomorrow, meaning we're in a whole new month. And if you didn't get your benefits from this month, we'll talk, okay? We'll figure out something to do that. All right? Thank you so much. Click over here to subscribe to my channel, and click over here to watch yesterday's episode, which is about Activision filing another patent for microtransactions tied into video games. That one not as bad. I don't feel as though it's as bad as their first patent. Bye, everybody. Happy Halloween. Be safe. Go be safe. Bye. Eat candy.